now, for the first time ever, we're going to see the fun, the tears, and the drama of how 65 regional roses became the 32 finalists to make it all the way to the dome.
You want somebody who's going to hit the ground running. So you're looking for that mix of competence, confidence, and stamina. That's a really big part of it too. People often ask, what is it to be a Rose of Tralee? We're looking at how they interact with people socially, how they can present themselves. You can't have a moment when you're at a social event and you say, look, I'll take a handy now and I'll just let loose a bit.
In America, everybody automatically assumes it's a beauty pageant.
This is categorically not a beauty pageant. We're really looking for somebody who can bring their own personality to the title.
Male for Sam.
Yes!
It's like the line in the song where it says the truth in her eyes, and for me, it's that authenticity. I think it's that something you can't really put your finger on.
Can't wait to read the roses!
First autograph and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Every time I'm looking at my daughter and I think, yes, that's who I want her to look up to. I want her to feel that she can be strong, she can be accomplished, she can be articulate, and she can be a good, warm person. The women should be always aware that this is a judging process. Now, we do say all of the time, try to be yourself, try to be as relaxed as you possibly can be, but you can't forget that you're being watched.
It's time to sit down with the judges for the all-important interviews.
So the individual interviews are an opportunity for the judges to really get to know the women. That's where we sit them down, take 10 or 15 minutes with them, ask them some follow-up questions based on their forms, and see what comes up. And that's really where we get to know, I think, the substance of the person.
Yeah, I just nattered on a little bit.
After the individual interviews come the group discussions, where groups of roses are asked to discuss specific topics together.
So the group interview is our first time to officially observe the dynamic between the individual roses and each other.
All interviews are being held behind closed doors. Later, they will take to the dome stage for the performance and interview that could decide whether they make the live final.
I hope my voice is okay. Do I sound like a man?
The on-stage side of things can be very interesting because sometimes we will meet somebody who might seem quite retiring in person, who will seem quite unassuming, and then they get on stage and they're just this blaze of light on stage. Or else the reverse can be true. I never forget the moment that I walked out on stage as the Cork Rose. It really is something that stuck with me, just standing backstage. I remember my heart thumping so loudly, and then it was my turn to walk out. She had a little bit of a slip on stage. She just picked herself up, she put on that megawatt smile, and everybody was just completely behind her.
You gotta get you looking perfect.
Whoever wins, it will be a tiring year. There are some weeks where you won't get a chance to catch your breath. So it is a test.
I get very sarcastic and very short with people, and I let people know exactly how I feel about things.
So when did you arrive here in Ireland?
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday, so you have had maybe 9 days to acclimatise.
Yeah, and about 3 hours sleep.
Yes.
And it's an intense test, but it's one that I think you can see people responding differently to, and that helps to sort of inform us as well. There were a few surprises and a couple of things that made me and the rest of the judging panel reconsider.
The judges now have 24 hours to make their decision. Which 32 roses are they going to put through?
She owned the stage.
I completely
She was incredible.
I can't imagine being in your late teens and having that sort of kind of self-confidence and just, but in a really charming way, and being very kind of comfortable in their own skin.
I thought she was going to have a fantastic show. I thought that she would go up on stage and that would be just her perfect environment. And yet, she didn't seem comfortable there.
Yeah. And I know there's a couple that I feel really passionately about, that I really want in, and I know you guys have different people in mind.
So taking a look then, gut for you.
Rose of Tralee,
Yes.
not quite Rose of Tralee.
Agreed, yeah.
It was neat seeing how much
just trusted. She knew how hard it was on us.
I just want you not to feel defined by this one moment in time or this one part of the process. Your whole worth isn't summed up in the outcome of this.
The initial impact of being told that you're not going through or whatever is it's a bit of a shock, and you are upset about it. I don't feel like I've let the capital down one bit whatsoever. I carried myself so well, but at the end of the day, I don't think any experience in my life is ever going to compare to this.
To say we're confident in the choice that we've made, and it is a wonderful bunch of women.